We're talking watches with Dave. Dave, I want to ask you, okay, average man, an average man, in law they say, what would an average man interpret, the average person? Tell me this, how, if you wanted to, if you're just a working, battling guy, how would you build a collection over the, this is looking at, what would you do? So say hypothetically, you wanted your first watch. Would you go Rolex or Omega? So I suppose you're saying Steel Sports Rolex?
Yeah.
Or would you go for Omega, or
no.
It doesn't matter?
Well,
what's ideal? Ideal would be the Rolex.
Rolex, but if you have to go Omega, they're man on the moon, that's it.
Seamasters?
No.
No?
No.
Only...
Seamasters, no. Pro Prof, no.
Nothing else?
No.
Nothing else?
Ultraman,
okay.
no.
Okay.
Tintin, no.
So, okay, so first watch for a man should be Rolex Steel Sports, yeah. Preferably, well, it should be Rolex Steel, but should be preferably Rolex Steel Sports. And that can be Milgauss, can be Explorer 1, can be an Air King.
If you want to save a bit of money, get pre-ceramic. If you really have to get the ceramic, get the ceramic.
Okay, second watch for a man. What's the next watch he should get?
He still should get Steel Sports.
Should he get the Omega Speedmaster? Isn't that a great second watch? If he's got a Rolex, now can he get the Omega?
No.
Why?
In my opinion, it's still Rolex.
So what should he get? Okay, so say he's bought. Let's get this hypothetical man. What's his name? Let's give him a name. What's a
Joe?
Joe. So Joe has got. What's he going to buy then? Give us an example. Air King. Okay.
Second watch.
Second watch. What should
Milgauss.
Milgauss. He's got an Air King. Isn't that two watches with no dates? Very similar.
That's fine.
Okay.
Milgauss or pre-ceramic sub.
Okay.
So choice between those two. If he.
Okay, and then third watch. What should he get?
Well, he gets out those ones that he missed. So if he gets the ceramic,
okay.
If he gets the pre-ceramic sub or sea dweller,
yes,
and he misses the Milgauss, he gets whatever the leftover is.
Okay, fourth watch.
Fourth watch.
Fourth watch. What does he buy? Can he buy Omega now?
I would say yes. He can buy an Omega now.
Omega Speedmaster, man on the fucking moon.
Yeah, he doesn't have to have a weight. He can stay with Rolex if he wants.
Okay,
to.
but an Omega is a very nice chronograph to have.
But what a lot of people do, they think they're now big swinging dicks.
Yes.
And they can go off and venture into these other brands.
Now,
we don't do that. I made that mistake.
Should he retain those base pieces, or should he trade them in to pay?
No, of course not.
Never trade, because he's.
You have to eventually trade. I get that to a certain extent.
But not in the novice level then.
No.
And he buys good Rolex. Why would you want to trade? They're beautiful pieces. Okay, so we're up to 4 pieces. Fifth piece.
You've got to do this over time, because if you do it
too quickly, then you've got to sell it to pay the credit card or the tax bill or whatever.
And the other thing is, what you don't do is you don't find the next piece before you've done whatever you had. Like if you have to sell a piece, you always sell the piece first before you buy the second.
Okay.
Or the next.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Fifth piece?
Well, okay, so we've bought 3 Rolexes and we've bought an Omega.
Yep,
so
4
we have
pieces.
4 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you take your time, because you're obviously now a bit of a player, because you've got 5. Is it 4? So this is the 5th piece.
Yeah.
And you buy yourself a steel Daytona.
Fuck! Steel Daytona?
You go as... Well, you've already got 5 and you've got some heavy hitting one.
Is it okay to have used a credit card to pay for it?
The steel Daytona, yes.
It's okay to use a credit card?
Yeah, but you've got to pay it off over a reasonable time.
What's a reasonable time? 2 years? 3 years?
I try and sell... I personally paid off as quickly as I can. I know. I have borrowed money to buy some pieces.
But you should get a steel Daytona. White dial, black dial, doesn't matter.
If it's pre-ceramic, it's got to be black.
You reckon?
Because that's more desired.
But the white's okay.
White's cool, but there's not much of a difference in the... But the black is more one. If you buy the ceramic, it has to be... Look, both ceramics are pretty cool.
Both ceramics are very cool.
But I would say...
What about a two-tone Daytona? Can you get that instead? It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Well, they're starting to go up. You got yours at a very fair price.
Oh, well, this is a special exotic blue dial. That doesn't count. That's an exotic example.
Yes.
But we're talking white or black. Is that okay?
Yeah, you don't get white, you get black. If you're going to get the two-tone, you get the black. I think the white, it's a cool one.
So that's 5 watches. 6 watch.
You're still in Rolex. You're still in.
What should you get? Would you get?
You might be starting to think I'm a real player, and you might be starting to go back to look at getting an older pre-ceramic, say tritium watch or something like that, like a tritium sea dweller or tritium submariner. That if you got the date, get the no date or whatever.
Yes.
Still stay in that. Still stay in that. But buy that from a dealer. Make sure you get the confidence to buy it from a dealer who's got. You're going to know what you're getting.
Okay. So then, when should he stop collecting? When does he say that's enough? Good enough. It's enough. Next.
You don't need to stop.
That's loser talk.
Yeah, like if you're behind in your mortgage payments and all that sort of course you shouldn't be buying. But if you can afford it,
is it wrong with this man? Let's talk about this hypothetical Joe. Is it wrong for him to sell any of the watches if he, say, wanted to start a small business? He wants to buy a franchise.
Oh, no, you don't buy franchises.
He wants to start a coffee shop.
No, it's a saturated market.
He wants to be his own man so he can work less.
No. People who work less don't buy watches.
Okay. So,
not alpha males, as you call them.
Okay. So, if he goes for a nasty divorce now, Joe met Veronica at the office. And
hasn't worked out.
Joe's wife, Mandy, doesn't quite...
so he's married and
he's married and he's had a little bit of a...
play on the side.
Well, it wasn't a serious play. He just wanted to see what another one looked like, you know? Okay. It's like you could be a BMW man.
And you've tried going to try a Mercedes.
You've gone to a Mercedes. Doesn't mean you don't love the BMW, does it?
No, but the BMW can sort of...
Well, they've got teeth, Dave. You know how they've got teeth. So, if that happened... and he's going for a divorce, is it okay to sell the watches, or he may have to? He's got no choice.
Why?
Sorry?
Why would he have to sell the watches?
Because...
well, she doesn't know about the watches.
No, she doesn't. They're off ledger.
Yes.
But Joe's had to, when she asked him to leave, where does he stay? He's still got to keep the mortgage on the house going.
True. Or if he's... so, obviously, if he's behind it, he's financially fucked. Of course he's got to sell the watches. But if he doesn't have to, he shouldn't. But yeah, usually divorce causes these financially fucked circumstances, as you would well know.
Yes. So try to be sensible at the Christmas party with Veronica. Just cool her advances.
Look, but don't touch.
Look, but don't touch. And if you do want to play... maybe it's cheaper by the hour in the long run.
Yeah, possibly.
If you pay for play, there is no emotional attachment.
But
Veronica's...
but is it Mary, the one at what?
Well, Sue Ling from the parlour is hardly going to ring you at home and say, hey, I've got a special this week. We've got a special, send your husband in. But Sue Ling's not going to ring you.
Who's the wife, Mandy, or what's her name?
Mandy's the wife, and Veronica...
She's not going to matter if you're with Veronica or Sue Ling.
Yes.
She's just, you've been unfaithful on me, so it doesn't matter.
Is it unfaithful to go to a parlour? That's just a business transaction, isn't it?
Well, you know where I stand with that. Of course it is.
Okay.
I don't do that.
We're just talking hypothetically. I'm not saying... we're just talking hypothetically. So, in his Rolex collecting days... should he give any of his kids a Rolex?
If they show no interest. When they're young, no. You don't give them a Rolex because they don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I think someone should earn their first Rolex.
Yes.
It can help them out a bit. The journey of... like if you just hand them an expensive watch, I don't think they will value as much unless if they were to go out and actually work hard to get that watch. You can help them out a little bit with it. But if I had a 22-year-old son, I just said, here's a Daytona, and he goes, oh, whatever. He's not going to think.
Oh, say an Air King. Say you gave him an Air King.
Gave him an Air King and go, yeah, whatever. You've got to, I think he's got to earn to get that watch.
Yes.
These are my possessions. They're not automatically
in
there.
Joe's life there, What does he do if one day? Okay, let's just pretend he didn't go with Veronica. He knew Veronica's reputation and he decided not to go there. Okay.
Yeah.
What happens if one day Mandy says to him, that's his wife, Mandy.
Yeah.
She says, "Honey, I got to tell you something bad. You know those boxes you had in the back of the cupboard? These are the Rolex boxes we're talking about, which had all the papers in them. I accidentally threw them out."
Oh, fuck, that's not good.
Okay, so how does he handle that?
That's a hard question.
Does he get upset?
Of course he does.
Like how he wouldn't.
Well, first things first, why are they at home where she can see them? Let's first.
Well, in the back of his his clothes closet, right in the back corner, behind the Christmas tree decorations.
He's already got to 4 or 5 watches. He's
Yes.
now at a level where he needs to protect them, which means they're not left at home.
No, we're talking the boxes. The watches.
Yeah, the boxes don't.
The watches are somewhere else.
I don't keep the boxes at home.
No, this is Joe. This is a story we're telling here.
I know, but Joe's now got 5 watches. He's got
Yes.
to the level where it's so serious. Those boxes have to be everything to do with those watches.
So if he had a bank security box, the watches should be there.
Yes, and the boxes
And
should
the
be
papers should be there too?
Correct.
Or where should the papers
Yes,
be?
they should be in the bank safe.
And where should the boxes be?
I keep my boxes at work.
That's just the empty box?
Yes, correct.
How do
They
you
never stay at home.
never stay at home?
And I put a little label on them which watch they relate to.
I do know a dealer who had a tribute to 1931 Reverso.
Yeah.
His wife was cleaning up. She threw the box away, had papers. And what he'd done is he'd taken the original strap and buckle off so it doesn't get damaged. She threw it out.
Yes, in my system, nothing gets
She doesn't
thrown.
come to the office to look for that.
No, she doesn't.
So, okay, so
Do you have yours at home so your wife can throw them out?
well, I work from home. I don't have a wife. I just have women who stay with. Well, I don't have any women in my life. I'm down here on Easter.
So you've got okay.
The women I have, right? It's 150 for an hour.
Okay.
They don't come to my home. I mean,
Okay.
Fuck, Dave.
Yep. No, so Joe's already got 5 watches. He should have moved to the next level.
Okay.
Once you go over 3 watches, you've got to start thinking security for those watches, in my opinion. Because it's a lot of money then.
Yeah. No. I'm getting to that. Okay. Let me ask you this. Once Joe's got these watches, okay. What happens if Joe decides he would love to have a new car?
No, don't sell the watches.
Is that wrong?
There's nothing wrong with it, but you just got to realise, I've done that, I've made that stupid mistake. Cars don't hold their value.
Cars don't hold their value.
No.
And bitches don't stay forever.
No.
It's a very, very lot of life lessons there.
That's true.
If Joe, so Joe's got the watches, he loves them, he wears them, he looks after them. What happens if down the track Joe then discovers he's got some... Okay, Joe has problems, okay? He discovers he's got some disease like prostate cancer or...
Oh, fuck, okay.
Should he sell the watches or leave them in the boxes? What should he do?
Oh, what's his wife's name? Mandy.
Mandy.
Okay, well, if he gets along well with Mandy, he sells the watches and gives her the money.
So Mandy can go and meet Brian on the P&O cruise.
No. Well, you've got to vet Mandy a little bit, and I know you can't. If it's a large amount of money, you put it in a trust. What
happens if he says, well, I'm dying, I just want to look at my watches next to my bed every day?
Well, fair enough. Do that and let her worry about it when you're dead.
It's okay?
Yeah, if that's what you
Then
want.
she can just take it to the local dealer, cash converters.
I'd give her some
instructions.
I'd give her some instructions.
Okay.
Like I would give my wife some instructions where you go.
Okay. Joe himself there, he finds God.
Yeah.
On this path, he discovers the prostate thing isn't what it was.
And he's back on the good.
He's back in the good.
He's back on the roller coaster.
Is it worth, he could say, well, could he tithe some of the watches to the church?
Oh, God, no. No.
Can he put it back in the box?
Are we Mormons?
I'm just asking this question.
No.
Don't give the watches away there.
To a charity, no.
Okay.
The charity's honest.
Well, this is the story, Dave.
No,
this is the story.
Short answer is no.
Okay, so this is the life cycle, and then he can go down to an honest dealer, like the guy we know today, who very fairly bought the vintage watch down the track, and they always say to you, "What do you want?" Just so. That's always a good way to start, isn't it?
Yes.
Always a good way to start.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how it is. The collection. Lovely story there. Do you think is he's not in your league, but Joe's not in your league with 5 watches, or that doesn't matter? What do you think?
No, it doesn't. It's whatever makes him happy. You can always have more. You can always have more, but if he's content with 5, that's fine. If he's content with 20, that's fine. If he's content with 15, it's only exactly what you want.
One good fan of mine, Mario. You don't know Mario, but Mario was a super fan, right?
Yep.
Salt of the earth guy.
Is he still a fan?
He got a little bit sidetracked, but Mario in Melbourne was a cool. I liked Mario. Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember meeting Mario with his lovely daughter, with Brian. Brian was with me, and he had a beautiful...
From Zircon Securities.
Yeah. Mario had 2 Rolexes.
Yep.
He loved them. The Pepsi, it was a Pepsi, pre-ceramic Pepsi. And there was something else. I think it might have been a sub, no date sub or something. And he just loved them. He's just a guy. He was an electrician working for Estate Utilities. He had a nice car. He had a HSV.
Okay.
But he had his watches. He just loved them. They were in amazing condition. Absolutely. And I always remember Mario and think, fuck, you don't need to have 20 or 10 or 5. If they make you happy, just slowly keep them, look after them.
Of course.
They're now worth fucking good money. Very good money. And he's free.
Yep.
Maybe that is happiness.
Yes.
That's the meaning of life. He's got a nice family, nice wife, and
The trick is don't churn and burn these things. A lot of people want to churn and burn. Oh, they can't. Yeah. Like Scotty. Just be happy with... He's got a great
I think some people want to build the collection too fast.
Yeah, normally, I must admit, I built mine.
But you're different. Okay, you're different because you had... A lot of people build the collection and they get 1 Rolex, 2 Rolexes, then they realise, fuck, they're expensive. Let's get something cheap like a Steinhardt, or they try and get shitters in because watch collecting is fucking expensive.
Yes, it is.
Fucking expensive.
Very expensive.
Very expensive, but just take it slowly, really, isn't it? That's the answer. Take it much slowly. Don't fucking be in a hurry.
No.
Okay, Dave, excellent advice. I think that's a good couple of videos there. So
hopefully Joe's happy.
Hopefully Joe is happy, and
Mandy's happy.
And Mandy's happy.
They're all
and Veronica.
Happy. Well, we don't know about Veronica.
No.
Veronica will get teeth eventually.
They all do. And remember, if you marry Veronica, she will turn into Mandy.
Oh, will she?
Eventually.
Okay.
They morph.
They morph.
If you marry the mistress, she becomes a wife.
So she becomes Mandy. Does that mean you now go look for another Veronica?
Well, that's actually usually the case with men, okay?
Oh, okay.
Because they're habitual. They're habits. It's their habits. People tend to do the same thing over and over.
Yeah, that's very true.
So, okay, great story. Thank you, Dave.
No problem.
Hey guys, it's Paul Pluter. Paul Pluter, the method actor who plays ArchieLuxury. Hey guys, one of the ways that I raise funds... Oh, quick wristwatch check. Wristwatch checks I invented. I'm wearing a Milgauss. Guys, one of the ways that I stay full-time on YouTube is by doing paid reviews. Paid reviews. Basically, guys, what happens is you simply PayPal me $50 US, send me a description of your collection, also send me a low-res 1024 by 768. No larger than that because it clogs my mailbox. Send me some low-res photos and I'll do a collection review. I'll also suggest which pieces you should get rid of, which pieces you should add, and I'll tell you what I think of your collection. So guys, check out the Paul Pluta channel. It's $50 US for a paid review. Now guys, if you are struggling, if you are fuck this, fuck die, and money is really tight, I'll do it cheaper. $30 if you're impoverished, if you're a teacher, if you are struggling to survive, a student, if you're unemployed, if you're just going through a big divorce and it's gone messy. You do anything, I'll do it cheap. I'll discount the rate, but you better have a good fucking reason, because if I find you trying to stiff me, I'll be really fucking angry, and I'll give you a really angry. Well, actually, that could encourage people to do that. Yes, I gotta tell you guys. The other thing I'm doing is, guys, I got in-character paid reviews. $100 US. $100 US if you want Satan DeVille to review your collection. $100 US if you want Captain Shitter to review your collection. We've also got other characters, Daryl the plumber, and we've also got Trev the ANZ bank guy. So guys, if you wanted in-character paid review, 100 smackaroonies. Obviously guys, also extra donations and extras and premium reviews are $200 US. Premium, you've got the word premium in the review. Now guys, when I do the review, you must tell me whether it's okay or not. If you want your name in the title, tell me. If you want your name, ArchieLuxury or Archibald Chesterfield, in the title, tell me you want it in the title and I'll put it in the title, because sometimes often people, they want their friends and other people to see that they've actually had the prestige of a paid review on the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, this video is on the ArchieLuxury channel. It's also on the Paul Pluta channel. Make sure, if you haven't seen my Paul Pluta channel, jump across. I got a couple channels. Look at the side. I got ArchieLuxury live streaming. That's where all my live streaming videos are. It's my weekly. Friday night and Saturday night, I do live streaming. It's American times because that's the biggest market, fuckers. I've also got Paul Pluta channel paid reviews and general watch content. I got ArchieLuxury Corporate. It's my more professional, well, actually, they're not that professional. It's my more focused wristwatch content videos. So that's a good thing to watch. The other thing I do is too, fuckaroonies! The other thing I do too is I've also got, so we've got Paul Pluta channel. We've got ArchieLuxury channel, ArchieLuxury's general debauchery. Paul Pluta is paid watch reviews and watch content. ArchieLuxury Corporate is more professional videos. We've got ArchieLuxury live streaming, and we've got the QR rail fail, because those sons of bitches, they deserve a good kick up the fucking ass. I ain't going away. I got a channel just to get those cunts some payback. Those sons of bitches wanted to jail me. Well, I ain't fucking disappearing. So, guys, that's the way it is. It's all happening. ArchieLuxury, Paul Pluta, ArchieLuxury Corporate. Sign up to all of them. Please do that and get a paid review done. And you just enjoy it. It'll be fantastic and your life will be so cool. Paul Pluta signing out, fuckers. When the morning